Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. So this one is from Evanescence, and this one is called Across the Universe. I believe this is the first time we cover anything from Evanescence, but this is actually an original song from Beatles made in 1970, so about 52 years later. Now 2021 they make their take on it, and yeah, what a great song this one is, Across the Universe. So yeah, let's start with this one. We have the capo here on the first fret, and we have seven chords here to handle. So let's start with those. We have the G. Okay, so that is third on E, second on A, open D, open G, third B, and third E. All right, and the next chord will be E minor. So open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. Then B minor. So you bar here on the second fret from the A string and down, 5 strings, and the rest will be fourth on D, fourth on G, and third on B. So B minor. And next will be C minor. So you just move this grip one step up here, and you bar now the third fret from the A string and down, and the rest will be fifth on the D string, fifth on G, and fourth on B. So there's your C minor. Then we have standard C. That is third on A, second on D, open G, first B, and open E. Next is D. So open D, second G, third B, and second E. And finally the D7. So open D, second G, first B, and second E. Alright, so those are the 7 chords we need: G, E minor, B minor, C, C minor, D, and D7. Alright, so this intro starts with only one down here on G, then E minor, then B minor, C, and C minor. All right, so I'll be quick there, just to go over this one, and then starts the first verse. Okay, so this one is made upon 2 pretty similar chord progressions, and they're not exact, so we will go through this whole first verse. For this first verse, we will only need to play 1 down, and remember, this song is a piano-based song, so it's hard to replicate this exactly in a guitar way of playing this one, but we will stay as close as possible. So for this first verse, only 1 down for each chord, and it starts with a G, E minor, and B minor. So na 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 na, E minor and B minor, paper cut. Okay, so that is how far we came there on these 3 chords: G, E minor, and B minor. Okay, and the next chord will be C, then D, and finally D7. Universe. Okay, on Universe you play the D7. This is kind of the first chord progression. It will repeat itself almost exactly in the same way for a second time now. So the next round, you can say, will be on the word pools of sorrow. So you start again on G, then waves, E minor and B minor. So it starts in the same way here: G, E minor, and B minor. Then on possessing, you play C, and on caressing, you play the C minor. That is how this second round differs from the first. And that is the full verse. Okay, So we will go through this verse here. I want to play this for you so you can really get to see all the chords here. Remember, only one down for each chord. G, E minor, B minor, C, D, and D7. That's the first round. Next round, G, E minor, and B minor. Then C and C minor. Yeah, so that's the first verse. Okay, then comes the chorus. And yeah, this one starts in the lyrics here, Jai Guru Deva Om. So a bit special there, odd words, but that is how it goes. Okay, so from now on, you will play a strumming pattern. And this one, like I said, this is a piano-based song, and this one will be pretty close to how you could or should play on guitar. So this one starts in a G here with the chorus. So that is the chord I'm going to use here to illustrate the strumming. So the strumming will be down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. So like this. That's one round. Down, 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 up. And I'll play more on the bass strings here on the first two downs. And on the down, down, up, I play more on the middle and top strings there. So bass, bass, top, top, up. That is how it sounds. Right, so now when we have that, we can go through the chords. So it starts with 4 rounds of G, so then 2 rounds on D. All right, then comes the D7, 2 rounds. And then comes D7 again for 2 rounds. And the reason for why I'm saying that and not just 4 rounds is because next time we play this chord here, it will be D. So for this first round here, in the lyrics where it sings first time, nothing's gonna change my world, you play D7 for 2 rounds. And for the next coming rounds there, it will be D, okay? So this time here, D7 2, yeah, in total 4 rounds, but D7 2 rounds, and then D7 2 rounds again, so 4 rounds in total. Then comes C 2 rounds, then G 2 rounds, and now is where I mean that the D comes into picture and not D7, so D 2 rounds. And then D7 2 rounds. And then C 2 rounds and G 2 rounds. Yeah, so that was the chorus. I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna play that through for you from the beginning till the end, this chorus part, and you will see how it sounds and what chords we are using here. So let's start with the strumming here and the G 4 times. G, 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 D 2 times, D7 2 times, still D7 2 times, C 2 times, G 2 times, now D 2 times, D7 2 times, C 2 times, and G 2 times. Yeah, so that is how it's done. That is the first chorus. Now, next chorus, we don't need to play through that. It's the same as the first verse, the second verse, but instead of the last C minor we played, we played the C, and then the last chord in the first verse was the C minor. Instead of that chord, you will play the D 2 rounds and D7 2 rounds. So it's kind of an extra line there, or yeah, something makes up for these extra chords here. And that is in the lyrics in the last line here in this first verse, way across the universe. So take away this C minor and play D 2 strumming rounds and D7 2 strumming rounds. And yeah, of course, you will play the strumming here. Yeah, and not just one down. That is the chord. So just to go through the different times, how many times you need to play everything here in the second verse. It will be G 1 time, E minor 1 time, B minor 2 times, C 2 times, D 1 time, D7 2 time, then G 1 time, E 1 time, B minor 2 times, C 2 times, D 2 times, and D7 2 times. So I'm gonna play this through for you right now. And while I'm playing, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing there so you can just listen and follow. So let's go with the second verse. G, E minor, B minor 2 times, C 2 times, D 1 time, D7 2 times, G 1 time, E minor 1 time, B minor 2 times, C 2 times, D 2 times, and D7 2 times. And that's the second verse. Okay, we are moving forward here to the second chorus, and that is played in the exact same way as the first chorus, so nothing new there. And then comes the third verse. This one differs a bit from the other verses, so it's still the same kind of playing here, the strumming, but I will need to go over the chords here. So I think I'm gonna do it in the same way as we did before. I'm just gonna play through for you, and while I'm playing, I'm gonna tell you what to do there. So let's start here. The third verse in the lyrics, sounds of laughter, shades of life. Okay, so that's where we are. So let's start with G 1 time, E minor 1 time, and B minor 2 times, C 1 time, C minor 2 times, G 1 time, E minor 1 time, and B minor 2 times, C 2 times, D 2 times, and D7 2 times. And that's it for the third verse. Then comes a final part here, that is the chorus. Okay, so this one is a bit longer than the other choruses, but starts right away with a D instead of this longer J Guru Deva these strange words here. So it starts right away with nothing's gonna change my world. So we have one short chord progression here, which will be D 2 times, D7 2 times, C 2 times, and G 2 times. That short chord progression, D2, D7 2, C2, and G2, you will play that for 4 rounds. All right, so 4 rounds, and on the last round, on the last G there, you're only gonna play 1 down on that G, and that is how this song ends. So I'm gonna play a couple rounds for you and end this song with the G. So let's go. D 2 times, D7 2 times, C 2 times, and G 2 times. Now you repeat this everything. D, D7, C, and G. And for our final round, you end with a beautiful G. Play that for 4 rounds, and the 4th round you end like this, and you have played Across the Universe with Evanescence. So a great song here, a great take on this old song from Beatles. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, if it was helpful, please let me know. I appreciate all your feedback here and try to do my best to deliver what you want. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. It helps me a lot, keeps me motivated here. And see you soon. Don't forget, play tuned.